Ever heard of the Titans? Sure, you might know they're big and mighty, but did you know they threw down in an epic smackdown with the gods that lasted for ages? And why, you ask? What sparked this mythological clash of the Titans? Pun intended. Who came out on top? If these questions are buzzing in your head, you're in the right place because we're diving deep into the nitty-gritty of this legendary brawl today. Welcome to Mythic Lounge, your go-to spot for divine drama and celestial scoop. Stick around till the end to get the full story. But first, if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to make sure you never miss out on our myth-busting adventures. All right, let's roll the celestial footage and get into it. There was chaos before there was anything. This was not the same thing as confusion, but a shapeless void of nothingness. The first forces that would shape the world came from chaos. These were Gaia, the earth, Uranus, the sky, and others like Nyx, the night, and Erebus, the darkness. Gaia and Uranus were two of the most important planets in this cosmic story. They got married and had children together, the Titans, the Cyclopes, and the Hecatonchires. The Titans were 12 strong beings, 6 brothers and 6 sisters, each representing a different part of nature in the world. Some of these were Cronus, the youngest and most determined, and Rhea, his sister who later married him. During a time of great elemental power, the Titans ruled and shaped the earth, the seas, and the sky. Even though Gaia and Uranus had strong children, Uranus was not a very good parent. He was afraid of how strong his children were, especially the Cyclopes and the Hecatonchires, who looked like monsters but were very strong. Uranus locked them away deep inside Gaia, causing her a lot of pain, so they wouldn't become a threat. Gaia, who was hurt and angry at Uranus for being mean, planned his downfall. As Zeus got bigger, he learned about how cruel his father was and what happened to his siblings. To make things right, Zeus started getting ready for a fight that would change the universe for all time. When Zeus grew up, directed by his anger, he went back to face Cronus. He was prepared to face the terror. In terms of his preparations, Zeus asked the goddess Metis for help. The goddess was known for being smart and wise. They came up with a way to free Zeus's brothers together. Metis made a poison that would make Cronus throw up. Cronus drank the liquid because Zeus pretended to be a cupbearer. Cronus started to throw up because the plan worked. The 5 children he engulfed, Hestia, Demeter, Hera, Hades, and Poseidon, came out one by one, fully grown and ready to fight. When the siblings came together for the first time, they made a strong group called the Olympians. They set out to fight Cronus and the Titans, with Zeus as their guide. This began an epic battle that would last for 10 years. The war between the Olympians and the Titans was called the Titanomachy, and it was not like other wars. The fate of the world was at stake in this battle on a cosmic level. There was a lot of power on both sides, and the fights made the ground shake. The Titans, who Cronus led, were very strong. They were joined by other strong Titans, such as Atlas, who became one of their best. The Titans depended on their raw strength and knowledge, as they had been in charge of the universe for a very long time. Even though they were younger and had less experience, the Olympians had a big advantage. They had a plan. Zeus looked for partners to make their side stronger. He earned the respect of the Cyclopes and the Hecatoncheires by letting them out of jail. Because they were happy to be free, the Cyclopes made the Olympians strong weapons. Zeus was given the thunderbolt, a tool with huge destructive power. The trident was given to Poseidon and could shake the earth and direct the seas. Hades got a helmet of invisibility, which lets him move without being seen. With their 100 hands, the Hecatoncheires were a terrible enemy in battle. They threw huge rocks that the Titans couldn't handle. This deadly war went on for years, and there was no clear winner. The Olympians were smart and clever, while the Titans were strong and brutish. When Zeus used his thunderbolt, a weapon so strong that it broke mountains and lit the sky on fire, things started to change. With their better weapons and smart partnerships, the Olympians started to get the upper hand. Poseidon's trident shook the ground and made huge cracks that Titan's forces could fit through. Hades used his helmet to sneak behind enemy lines, which terrified the enemies. No one knew how to handle such a strange situation. At the end of the day, the Olympians won. The Titans lost and were sent to Tartarus, a very deep and dark hole in the ground. The Titans could never get out of Tartarus because it had walls that could not be broken through and were watched by the Hecatoncheires. Yes, it's true that not every Titan was indeed punished. Some of the Titans, like Themis and Prometheus, decided not to fight and were not hurt. Others were given different sentences. Like Atlas was told to hold up the sky forever, which was a punishment for disobeying the gods. After beating the Titans, the Olympians took over as the new masters of the universe. Zeus rose to power and ruled from his chair on Mount Olympus as king of the gods. Two of his brothers, Poseidon and Hades, took over the seas and the abyss, respectively. They split the world into their own areas of control. It was a new age after the Olympians, one of order and government instead of raw power. But there were problems during their rule. They had to deal with rebellions, rivals, and the rise of humans whose lives would become more and more connected with those of the gods. That is when the demigods came to existence. However, that is the story of some other time. The story of the Olympians and the Titans is a powerful warning that things will always be different. The Olympians stood for renewal and growth, while the Titans stood for old ways. To grow, we often have to let go of the old to make room for the new. This great battle shows us this. The Titans' boss, Cronus, fell because he was so scared of losing power that he never did anything. His fear made him blind, which led to his failure. This shows us that fear can sometimes make the problems we want to avoid worse. That being said, the Olympians didn't win because they were bigger. They won because they worked together and used their brains. This shows that smarts often win over strength. Mythology and everyday life will always remember the Titanomachy, the mythical war between titans and gods. The story is full of desire, betrayal, and victory, and it continues to inspire brave and hard-won stories. We are still fascinated by this fight between the stars, whether we see it in movies, books, or art today. All right, myth enthusiasts, it's decision time. If you were thrown into the divine ring, whose side would you be on? The Titans or the gods? Drop your mythical allegiance in the comments below and let the celestial debate begin. Enjoyed the journey through ancient showdowns? Smash that like button, share the epic tales with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe for more mythic madness. Catch you next time, where we'll continue to unleash the gods, the myths, and everything in between.